Sean Payton was raving about a player after OTAs on Thursday, and I want to share that with you and break it all down on this Broncos Breakdown. The mystery man, second-year wide receiver Marvin Mims. Sean Payton talked about Mims and what to expect a little bit for him in 2024 and why maybe the development wasn't superb in 2023. And here's what Sean Payton had to say. I've said this and I'll say it again. We were as much responsible for, I don't want to say holding him back, but you're trying to get snaps with Jerry Jeudy with Cortland. I think we'll see a lot of growth from year 1 to year 2. He's tough. He's had a really good play today. I've got big expectations for Marvin Mims in 2024. So let's spend the next 8 to 10 minutes or so talking about number 19 because I think he is in line for a huge season because the talent, there's no doubt about it. We saw it snippets last year, but like Sean said, the development and maybe the reason why we didn't see more of him was because the coaching staff was trying to put out fires with Russell Wilson and make sure Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton get the ball. But now that Russ is gone and Jeudy is gone, Marvin Mims will definitely step into a larger role this year. Last season, 22 grabs, 377 yards, 1 touchdown. He was awesome in the Commanders game where he had 2 grabs for over 100 yards and a touchdown. But we didn't see a whole lot of consistency from Marvin Mims last year. In the second half of the season, he was predominantly just a special teamer. Actually, last year, he only had a few games with more than 4 targets. He had 14 to be exact with either 0, 1, 2, or 3 targets. So it's hard to make plays when the ball's not coming your way. And there's a multiple reasons as to why that could be the case. Is Marvin Mims not getting open? That's probably a reason why he might not be getting the ball. Or is Russell Wilson looking at more veteran players like Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy? But now that Jeudy is gone and you've got a new quarterback in the saddle, I think Marvin Mims will benefit more than what he had to do last year, which he was a rookie. This isn't unique to them. But he didn't have maybe the biggest season when it comes from a stat perspective. But we have seen a lot of guys not have huge rookie seasons and still have really strong NFL careers, right? I showed this graphic a few videos ago, and it's wide receivers taken in rounds 1 through 3 that had less than 500 yards their rookie season. And sure, you've got some misses here, like Sky Moore and Tyquan Thornton. Still early, right? Kadarius Toney, definitely a miss, but you've got a Nico Collins sprinkled in there, right? You've got some other guys like Kenny Golladay who had some really strong years up until he decided to check out once he got the bag. So, I mean, history says that this is not a great group to be a part of because there are definitely more misses than hits, but don't completely eliminate Marvin Mims because he had a quiet freshman season. In fact, expanding on Kenny Golladay, like look at some other guys that had less than 500 yards their rookie season, and the very next year just completely emerged on the scene as some of the best wide receivers. Kenny Golladay in year 2, 1,000+ yards, 5 touchdowns. Alshon Jeffrey, year 2 with the Bears, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. Randall Cobb, nearly 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. So I'm not worried that because Marvin Mims had a slow rookie season, he can't have a really strong year 2. The only question I have is, can Bo Nix deliver deep? And I know that people are probably getting a little bit nauseated about can Bo Nix throw the deep ball because we didn't see a whole lot of it at Oregon. And trigger warning, we're going to share some pure facts and stats with you for the next few minutes. Because Marvin Mims at Oklahoma, he was a deep ball receiver. Through 3 seasons with the Sooners, he amassed 2,300 yards and 20 touchdowns. And he didn't pick up all those yards in dink and dunks. In fact, I look at Marvin Mims' receiving depth over 3 years at Oklahoma. 58 targets came on deep passes. That's not him catching it 1 yard past the line of scrimmage and then running 20 yards down the field. It's where he is when the ball is thrown. 28 grabs, 1,100 yards, 16 touchdowns. I mean, take it one step further. 55% of the yards Marvin Mims had in college came from deep passes. Over half were from him being 20-plus yards from the line of scrimmage. So Marvin Mims is not a quick slant boy receiver who works in nice tight spaces near the line of scrimmage, bubble screens, that type of guy. Getting the ball in space, sure, you're going to have some success with his speed. But make no mistake, Marvin Mims is a vertical threat. Now, Bo Nix, we didn't see a lot of that at Oregon. That doesn't mean he can't do it. It's just that we haven't really seen a lot of it. Only 11% of his passes last year at Oregon were 20-plus yards down the field. So this is going to be a bit of an adjustment for Bo Nix and for Marvin Mims because Marvin Mims is a vertical receiver. Bo Nix is a more short to intermediate quarterback. At least that's what they were in college. We see players transform their careers and take on new roles when they get to the pros because sometimes their role in college was what's best for the college team, but maybe not what they're best at. So we could see Bo Nix make that jump in the NFL, similar to Justin Herbert, who at Eugene wasn't asked to throw the ball downfield very much. He was capable of it the whole time, but it was working for Oregon with having him run the offense the way they wanted to run it. And the same went for Justin Herbert. So there are lots of examples of guys really blossoming in the NFL in a particular element of their game that they didn't really showcase a lot in college because their college coach didn't ask them to do it because it wasn't what's best for the team. You get to the NFL, and what's best for the team is whatever you're best at, let's do more of that. So we saw Herbert make the jump. Can Bo Nix make the jump as well? That's the only question I have. Now, how many touchdowns do you think Marvin Mims will haul in for 2024? He had one last year. Can he get all the way up to maybe 6, 7? I'm not going to go crazy here and say double-digit touchdown season for Marvin Mims, but let me know how many touchdowns you think the second-year man from Oklahoma can have in 2024. By the way, before we sign off and get on out of here, if you want to get some more Broncos gear, go to chatsports.com/DEN combo. They've got this hat and t-shirt combo, 25% off. So if you're looking to up your Broncos wardrobe a little bit without breaking the bank, you can get a hat and a t-shirt, 25% off at chatsports.com/DEN combo. I put that link for you all in the comments and description of today's video. All right, that will do it for us on this edition of the Broncos Breakdown. Appreciate everyone who took time out of their day to come watch our content. Make sure to leave us a like, a comment, subscribe, share. We are trying to grow this channel. We're closing in-ish on 23,000 subscribers. So if you're already subscribed, send it to a friend. Have them join the channel as well. And maybe they'll see Marvin Mims break out like we're all seeing right now, because I think Marvin Mims is definitely on a good pace for a strong 2024 season.